All right, folks, we're here at Toledo Bend today. We're with Jim Shantley with Living the Dream Guide Service. Jim and I hunt in Kansas together, killed some really nice bucks up there. We've also got my dad here, and we're going out hunting for big bass. Welcome to Keep On Casting. Guys, it's early April. We're at Toledo Bend, fishing with Jimbo. What are we fishing with, Jimbo?
Well, today we're gonna use a fluke and a Cinco right off the get-go and see if we can catch some of these fish that have moved up down here. And hopefully we'll find a big one here before too long. It ought to be a good day. If the sun would come out, it would help us, but we'll make it work.
So I got my dad here fishing with us today, Hoy Grafton. He's a white perch fisherman from North Louisiana. He says he knows how to fish a worm. I'm pretty sure he does. There he is. All right, guys. Nice little largemouth. Pretty colors, nice and green. We finally got some clear water down here. It rained really hard on Saturday night, so it muddied up the water. We came down in this deep water by the dam, and hopefully we're gonna get some really nice fish. But this is a good one to start the day with. Break the ice. Let's release him. So Jim, I was throwing a fluke with a little offset hook here, just bouncing it along real slow. Felt him tap it.
I see you got the tail-dyed chartreuse there.
Yeah, we got a little garlic on there. Give it a little smell.
That's the key. A little bit of chartreuse. Give them a little flash.
Yeah, you can get that reaction bite. Just working it real slow. Boy, I can feel with this stuff.
Yeah, that braid makes a lot of difference.
I haven't fished with braid that much, yeah.
You really like it when you get a big fish on.
Boy, you can feel them tap it.
That sun would come out a little more. We'd get up there where we could see a bed maybe.
Smaller for sure. There he is, there he is, there he is. Fish on. Oh yeah. There you go, Jimbo. Oh, they're getting bigger.
Little Toledo Bend chunk. Man, these fish are healthy out of here.
Oh yeah, man, that's nice.
They're in good shape.
Pretty colors.
Sometimes they bite it real light. You don't even, you're just, the bait just moves. You know, you don't ever really feel them. And sometimes they'll just thump it.
Yeah, I felt just a little bitty tap. So Jimbo, so in Toledo Bend, from what I understand, it's famous for fishing the Texas rig. So why are we fishing with no weights at all, these little flukes and Cincos?
The Texas rig works a lot. I just prefer weightless. It seems like I can keep it in the strike zone, look more natural, you know, fluttering, something maybe crippled or just something cruising by, just where the Texas rig is on the bottom, which works fine.
And these bass are nesting up in here?
Yes, sir. They're trying to get up in here and build these nests. These here just kind of moved in the last week, and hopefully the females will follow them here before too long. And
they've already bedded up in the upper part of the lake?
Yeah, it's probably not done, but there's a lot of fish that have spawned up there already.
Right. That's amazing. This lake is so big, man. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's almost like two lakes in one a lot of times. You know, you go from the north to the south during the spawn.
Right. And they spawn later here because it's deeper here, or because it's south?
Actually, I think the water naturally, there's a bed right there. There's a.
Oh yeah, I see that.
The water actually seems like it stays colder down here than it does up north. Up north it gets a little dirtier and therefore it warms up a little quicker and they start spawning earlier. Seen fish spawn out here, down here in 9 foot of water. The water's real clear. Bo, you want to concentrate, especially if the sun comes out, them bright spots behind that hay grass. That's where the male's he's built a bed in there. And he may be on there, and they both may be on there. And we need to try to concentrate. And if we find one, you see the fish on there, maybe we got a shot at catching them.
Got a little sun coming out right now.
That'll help.
So they're bright because that male's been in there fanning his tail, making a bed?
He's fanning it away, making a nest, and making it real pretty for her.
There you go.
You know, as bad as it is, I hadn't used sunscreen in 40 years. And I know I'm gonna regret that one day.
Not to you. Daddy, you don't use it either, huh? You used to never put it on. Get him, bud. All right.
Little jumper.
All right, man.
Look at the spots on him.
Oh yeah, that's pretty, man.
Right there on the lip.
Uh-huh.
As the water warms up, they're gonna get further back. They wanna get in that shallowest water they can get in, the warmest water they can get in. In fact, we probably ought to try to go back there and see if we can get bit back there.
Is there a certain temperature they like to spawn in?
Well, I like it, 64 and up. They will spawn earlier, but seems like 64 is a good start, We've seen them on beds in temperatures at 58, 59,
Wow. So we're going all the way to the back of the creek. We're gonna give it a try back here in the shallow water. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000-acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com.
Toledo Bend is a huge lake. The north end of the lake can spawn early. Later on, the south end of the lake can spawn. It's deeper water, it's colder, they spawn later. That was our best chance to find some nice big sows sitting on the beds. Come out, they'll attack that bait. I think the bite was just a little bit off today, but we had a good time.
Have to get one and throw it in the tree.
I think you're supposed to jerk that bait, Pop.
Yeah. You throw it out and twitch it, Pop. If you hold your rod down and jerk it kind of to the side a little, just twitch. There you go, just like that. Fish, fish.
Pretty little bass.
Yeah.
You got a pond up in there.
That's a little male. Maybe the female's still up there.
There you go.
Huh?
So what temperature is it?
65 and some change. He's right between that bush right there, Pop. Right towards Gary. He roll up there, buddy.
So I'm hit it, huh?
Yeah. Watch him roll up on it. I thought he had it.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
6 foot of water right here.
Hooked up. Fish on, fish on. Get him out that grass. That's a pretty fish.
Little chunk. Little male bass.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice one.
Good, healthy. When he hit it, he didn't actually hit it. They just get heavy sometimes.
Ah.
And if you watch your line a lot of times, of course in the wind it makes it a little tougher, but you watch your line and you can see your line move before you actually feel the fish. He's already got it.
That's a nice one, man. It's getting a little choppy out here, but we're still picking up a few fish on the grass beds. Trying to get up in the trees, but it's not easy. Jim's got me stuck in the middle of the boat.
It's always hard in the middle of the boat.
That's a good one. Nice Toledo Bend bass. I'm 0 for 3, last 3.
I'll be able to get one off there. I'll throw it in there. I'll throw past it in there. Almost looks like a fish right there. Fish?
Fish on, fish on.
Little one.
That's all right. Get him in the boat.
Come here, baby.
Good job there, Jimbo.
He's been caught before. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Got a mark on him. Been caught before.
Didn't learn his lesson.
Somebody let him go like they're supposed to. He was up there right up behind that hay grass. I come up to the hay grass and just stopped it. And just let it flutter down. And I felt him pick it up. See if there's another one in there. You know what's odd is they claim that she'll come up there and look at that nest, and she may or may not like it. If she don't like it, she'll leave. He'd won all that work for nothing. We had to go find him another one.
High maintenance. Fish on. There he is.
He's way up in there.
Yep. He hit it like a bass.
Hit it like he's supposed to, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. Good catch.
All right. Whew. Broke the spell. All right, folks, got this nice little bass up there. Finally caught one after missing 3 or 4. Nice, pretty little male. Caught him on a Cinco, dipped with a little bit of licorice in it. And Jim's still fishing a fluke. Jim, what's the difference between a Cinco and a fluke action and where you want to use them?
Yeah, the Cinco is a little faster fall rate. Sometimes that'll trigger them. The fluke is a little more erratic. It'll float a little higher, and it's more like a jerk bait, soft plastic jerk bait. And really the fish will tell you which one they want. You know, we go to catching them on one, that's what they want. You know, they can hit either one at any time though. But they're both good baits.
Oh yeah. Let me let him go before he suffocates. Oh, get out there, boy. Yeah, he nailed that. For some reason, they're out on these points right now. That's where we're getting most of our bites. But we're thinking about putting a Texas rig on just to see if they got a little deeper right now. They're not hot and heavy like usual. Take that little Cinco. Got a little licorice stuff right here. Just dip the tail. Try not to get it all over you like I got it. So I got a little offset hook here. I pull it up past the offset. bury that hook in there. You got to set the hook pretty hard on these. That's all it is to it. Fish it slow like a worm. I think Jim does it better than I do. But it is what it is. All right.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation. Living in the South, we all love our outdoor activities. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. Also try to avoid direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Remember to wear protective clothing and cover your head. Using sunscreen with an SPF above 15 with reapplication every 3 to 4 hours can do wonders. You're smart, have fun, but be safe. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
Welcome to Keep On Casting Kitchen. I got my friend here today, Jason Adams.
How you doing, man? Good.
He's gonna cook us a seafood gumbo.
First step, we made the roux, Started off with that. We have 3 cups of flour, probably 6 cups of onions, vegetable oil, 2 bell peppers, 3 stalks of celery. Just cook it down. This is about probably 2 hours work right here. I like a darker gumbo than a lighter gumbo. It's so you make your roux a little darker. Cast iron pot makes it actually darker also, Sometimes I do it Magnolite, but I like doing the cast iron. I got my stock ball in here, which I'm gonna add the crabs, the seafood base, smoked sausage, kind of get it to a ball. Then we'll add the roux into there and just bring it down.
And what's your stock?
I have some seafood base, actually. Custom Culinary. Rouse's has it, a couple local markets have it. So right here, I'm gonna add my crabs. Basically, the roux is gonna add to the water, See, clear water, then it's gonna start getting, you're gonna start getting your gumbo color, I like it. I read it this way, and let it ball. The key into that is just letting it ball, let it cook down, let all the flavors come out. Now look the difference. We're ready to bring it to a ball, and we have all our gumbo color. It's already there, you know what I'm saying? Versus having to wait till your roux melts into your seafood, into your water. And this is all done. You don't have to worry about nothing sticking, the roux sticking to the bottom of the pot or nothing. It's already gone. Then the next trick is this right here, the seafood base. I'm probably gonna put about 4 tablespoons, basically. But you gotta watch it's kind of salty, so you're salty at the taste.
So we got the stock ready. What are we adding now?
Right now we're gonna add the smoked sausage, 3 pounds of the Hillshire smoked sausage, 2 pounds of the little smokies, and we're gonna have fresh oysters.
You shuck those?
Yeah, I sure did. Come straight out of behind Grand Isle.
Where you got them, Collins?
No, actually I got them with a little fella in Leeville, a little Serenier right there by the bridge, man. Beautiful oysters. Well, it's skimming the grease off the top. It takes vegetable oil to make the roux. The oil, the fat that comes out of the smoked sausage. Once it starts to cook, that fat comes out of the sausage. So you take that all off the top. Get a little more healthier. Right now we're in the last part of gumbo. This right here has been balling with the crabs and the oysters and the smoked sausage for probably 3 hours or so. Right now we're gonna add the shrimp. We're gonna let the shrimp cook probably maybe 15 minutes, just till they're good and tender. We'll just let them cook down. Well, Bo, right now we got about 4.5 hours down on the gumbo. So we're gonna kill our fire. We're gonna drop our crab claws and the lump crab meat, and that's a wrap. Then we can keep on casting. So we're gonna kill the fire, stop the boiling so the lump crab meat don't break up. And we're just gonna drop the last ingredients. That jumbo lump in there. We're not gonna stir it, we're just gonna leave it set. That way when you're gonna serve yourself, get your big old lump coming out with your crab claws. Picture perfect.
So, final taste test, buddy. We've been waiting 4 hours for this. It looks awesome, man.
Oh yeah, good. Oh yeah. All fresh seafood, Louisiana seafood.
There you go.
We'll make it. What they got?
That is awesome.
Louisiana oyster. I love the oyster. That's my favorite part.
Cool. Dude, that lump crab meat is unbelievable.
It's gonna be better tomorrow once it sits in the ice box. Oh my God. It starts, you know, like you said, it's all in that roux, the way we talked about, you know, it takes time. Good hour and a half, probably hour and 45 minutes. High heat, low, back and forth, you know, to get that good dark color, you know. I mean, the main thing is not frozen. Everything you see right here in this gumbo, it's all fresh. It's all fresh seafood. The lump crab meat wasn't frozen. It makes a big difference. Okay, frozen is all right, but you can't beat fresh. Fresh Louisiana seafood.
That's awesome, dude.
Right.
Save some of that.
Yes.
Good job.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
In Louisiana, we have some of the best fishing in the world. And in Toledo Bend, we have the best fishing in Louisiana. This 185,000-acre lake was voted the #1 bass lake in the nation for 2 years running. And with dozens of waterfront resorts and marinas, you can stretch out your stay as long as you like, or at least as long as your casting arm holds out. It's true, you can fish pretty much anywhere, but you'll catch fish in Louisiana. Plan your trip to Toledo Bend Lake Country today at louisianatravel.com.
Closed captioning provided by Humdinger Lures, the bass catchingest lures on the planet.
So this lake just has so many fish because of all the diverse environment, or?
They have stocked it. They put fingerlings in here over the years, you know. And
Florida bass, or?
yeah, pretty much everything now is Florida bass. I think they put the Floridas in here, and if I remember right. So it's primarily everything's Florida now. You don't have your native string anymore, I don't believe, you know.
So Jimbo, we've been catching them out on these points. I mean, it doesn't seem like the bass are really doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be in shallow behind this hay grass.
Yeah, I kind of figured, you know, the back of these pockets would hold some. We hadn't really caught any out there. Everything we've caught has been out on these points, like this one across over here and this one here. We've caught a few behind the grass where I suspected they would be, but it seems like more of them, the last few we caught's been right out in front of the grass. So
Might be out deeper.
you know, that cold front could have kept them out a little bit, because they should have been already on the bank, you know. But that hay is quite an attractant. You know, it holds a lot of bait fish when they move up, and especially, you know, it was kind of windy right here a while ago. It's kind of calmed down now, and that wind pushing in here helps us too. Brings food in, forage in, you know.
Right. It's like fishing redfish on the points in South Louisiana.
Exactly. Oh, little bitty dude. Little bitty guy. Come here, little fella. Young one.
So are all these fish, seem like they're all males, huh?
Yeah, I think everyone we caught's been a male. And it's hard to tell, you know, we're seeing a few beds, but we're not really seeing the fish on the beds. And the ones we're catching seem to be just kind of cruising, you know. They're not really set up, you know. So I think some of them are just starting to move back in, you know, trying to move back in.
After all that bad weather?
Yeah, and hopefully it'll get right before too long.
Let's get him. There he is. Fish on. Oh, come on, boy, get out of there. Oh, he's hung up.
You can get to him?
I can't get him off.
We're gonna go around there and get him.
Oh,
There he come out.
Come on, boy. All right. A nice little bass. Now they acting right. Same thing. Nice little green bass. Sun's coming out, maybe it's warming up a little bit. Flipped it right up in the grass, hit it as soon as it got in there. Got a good hook set on that one. Boy, that'd be good to eat.
Yeah, those taste terrible.
Yeah.
Fish on.
Fish on, fish on, fish on.
I got him lassoed.
Now they turning on.
Come here, baby. He was mad at that fluke. Pretty little point that comes out right there. See the dirt over there. There's a fish.
Fish, fish on. Get him, Jimbo.
Another little.
We all cookie cutter today, huh?
Yeah. Little males. Hold on, buddy. There you go. Fish.
Get him, Jimbo. That's a nice one. Another little male, Jimbo?
Yeah, another little male.
See?
Look at there, you got a little
Got him, huh?
something tried to hit him.
Jim, hold him way out and make him look big, man. We caught a lot of those little males today, had a great time fishing, living the dream guide service. Jim Shanley, also we went to Pops. He contributed a lot today. Hopefully he'll shine tomorrow on the white perch trip. As always, we want to thank our troops. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we do. And until next time, keep on casting.
So the sergeant's at the station one night. He receives a phone call. It's Boudreaux in a panic. He said, send somebody quick. He said, somebody done broke in my car. They stole the steering wheel, the dashboard, the radio, everything. Sergeant says, I'll send somebody right away. 2 seconds later, the phone rings again. It's Boudreaux. He said, never mind. He said, I got in the back seat. That's it.
Avec les filles, oui c'est juste pour mamie.